Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and we are going to Duna today. Well, we are launching to Duna, and we've got two ships to do that. We've got Kyle's DSC Night Owl. He is in the cockpit, and we are rolling this thing out to the launch pad. Once again, I'm going to assume that the staging is right on this. It looks pretty good. We've got separatrons and deconnectors and everything like that. So what the hey? Let's go ahead and crank up the volume, and of the flight engineers taking over a little bit more than it should. Okay, and in 3, 2, 1, launch. And pretty good thrust to weight off the pad, 1.7. A little higher than I normally do, but definitely within tolerance ranges. We could do Mystery Goo and Materials Bay, but I'm not gonna. Let's see, our atmospheric efficiency is low. The ship is so far handling exactly the way I would want it to. Crawling up to efficiency. We're not going to do these materials bays. These are destined for Duna and probably Ike. It looks like this thing might be able to land. I don't know if it'll land on Duna, but we could probably land it on Ike. 0.95. This is actually looking really good. Full throttle all the way to the top. I like it. Okay, here comes a moment of truth. See if this blows up. Very nice. Very nice and very cool. I like it. I don't think we're ever going to have to worry about atmospheric efficiency with this guy. So we're just going to crawl up here until our apoapsis gets up to 12, and then we're going to crank it to the right. Yeah, the thrust away to this bottom stage is a little lower than I'm used to. It was like 1.2 something when we actually did that separation, and I'm hoping that that doesn't mean bad things are going to happen here as I turn over, because we've only got we're getting up now. We're almost at 1.5, which is fine, but tilting this thing over, I'm not sure exactly what that's going to mean for final orbital insertion. But that's one of the reasons I do these, because I like to get out of my comfort zone. Okay, yeah. See, our apoapsis isn't going up nearly as fast as I'm used to it going up, but it's still going up, which I'm going to say is good. And our time to apoapsis is also going up. So, okay, we're at 20, so I've brought us down to 40 here. At 20 meaning this. Our apoapsis is at 20. So I got this down to 40. And we're just watching this slowly climb up. When it gets to 30, I'm going to go down to 30. I think got a lot of fuel in it. What is this? Skipper. I like the Skipper. Skipper's one of my favorite ones. Okay, we're at 30, so I'm cranking it over to 30. 30 apoapsis again. We're definitely out of the thick part of the atmosphere, which is nice. Once you get above 30, then you start to get in the happy zone here. When this gets to 40, I'm going to bring it down to 20. And then when it gets to 45, I'm going to bring it down to 10. And then when it gets to 50, I'm going to crank it over the bottom. And we took so long to get to this stage, I have a feeling that we might actually be pretty low in the atmosphere when I get my apoapsis up. And if that's the case, I'm going to burn up to about 100 or so, I think. We're almost out of fuel, though, so there's that. We'll see what happens here. Ooh, this guy actually is a little beefier than the other guy, I think. We're below 5,000 total delta V. Not sure what that means for getting to Duna and having fun and all that good stuff. I think I'm going to get this up to about 90, and then we'll stop it there. But yeah, our periapsis might actually be above the ground when we do that. Our periapsis might be around 80 when we do that. There we go, 90. Okay, now we're going to ride this thing to orbit, and I will be back when we're there. Okay, we're doing orbital insertion here. And 87 by 90. We're going to call that good. Okay, he's in orbit, and he's got 4,500 delta V's left. I'm going to compare this to the other ship, and just that way we can kind of see which one can do more. Because I would like to land one of them on Duna, obviously. So let's go ahead. Kyle, you have... oh, I took over the flight. Damn it, Kyle. I'm sorry. I took over your plane. Yep, we're not gonna revert though. So that's what you get sometimes. You'll fly the next one. You've submitted multiple craft, so sorry about that. You're not going to Duna. I am. I pulled a jab on you. And the next ship is Marindel's Duna Ike combo. This number scares me. Total Delta V being 6 grand. That means we're gonna have like 2 grand in orbit at best. I wonder if there's something wrong here. These all go to get us off the launch pad. Then we're going to separate the solids. Then we're going to separate these guys. Then these guys go... Yeah, this looks wrong. When does this separate? This separates and this goes at the same time. Then these guys go and are separated at the same time. That's a problem. Because these Separatrons go with these engines. That's a problem. I'm going to guess you didn't want that. And now we have more Delta V. We just doubled our Delta V. Well, not doubled, but... and then the rest of the stuff we can figure out once we get to Duna. Okay, but yeah, we got a Duna lander and an Ike lander. I have no idea if that's going to work or not, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and save this. Now, Marindel is currently in flight. Oh, and we get to send 2 people, which is awesome. Nathan, you're not going to... Well, you're not necessarily going to be the one to go. I need to refer to my notes. I will be right back when I know who is going where. Nathan, it is you. You get to go. And DS gets to go. You guys, you had actually asked to go to Duna or Ike. Or maybe it was Eve. Yeah, you said you wanted a Eve or Duna mission with solar panels, and I actually held you back because you were one of the first people on the list to go, and I held you back, so it's your own fault if you wanted to go earlier. But you get to go, and DS, you get to go to the other planet. I'm not sure who will go where. Depends on where you're sitting. So let's go ahead and save this guy. And there's a lot of things. Abort sequence is set. Use above 500 meters only. Well, I'll do my best. Half throttle till solid burnout. Throttle to full and standard gravity turn. Sounds good to me. Liquid boosters burn out 1 second before the skipper, which is why, yeah, that's why they're attached. So they're going to run out, and then we're going to wait a second for the skipper to run out, and then we're going to stage. Okay, that's fine. I'm good with that. Okay, let's go ahead and send you guys to Duna. Okay, turn on the thing. Oh, wait, half throttle, he said. Should have left it to half. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, launch. 1.6 thrust to weight. That's my preferred favorite. Things are looking good. Computer's on. North is not, or east is not this way. East is straight up, so I gotta pay attention to that. I guess I could probably control from here. There we go. I like east to be right on my launch. I'm old school that way. We probably don't have anything to do. Nope. So we're just lifting ourselves up. We are nearing atmospheric efficiency, which is fine by me. Wandering a little bit off of straight up, which I don't really mind, but I would rather wander east if I'm going to wander any direction from straight up. The solids are chugging away. They are the next thing to stage. Nice. I like those ones that just fly away. That's pretty awesome. Okay, now throttle to full. I probably should have done that. Oops. Hope that doesn't screw up the mission. But, yeah, our apoapsis is getting right up there, so I'm going to start my turn here. Okay, right around here we're looking good. Decent thrust to weight. Okay, this looks like it's going to be pretty much standard, so I will meet you in orbit or the next separation. Okay, we are nearing separation of the stages here. These things are going to burn out, then in 1 second after that, this guy's going to burn out, and then I'm going to stage. That's pretty cool. Okay, now we have very poor thrust to weight, but we're basically orbital now, so it doesn't really matter that much. So I'm just going to burn to the horizon until we get an apoapsis of around 80-ish. Okay, yeah, our periapsis is basically just below the surface. Our apoapsis is just at 80. We're high enough that we're not going to lose too much due to drag, and I'm happy. We'll do that right at 9 seconds before. There we go. I always do it a little bit early because it takes a second for the engines to spool up and actually get to full thrust. But our time to apoapsis is nice. Our periapsis is climbing. And we're in orbit. And there we go. 80 by 79. That's a nice one. Okay. Okay, we've got 2 ships that can get to Duna. This one has 3.4 delta V. The other one, I think it had... I don't remember how much it had, to be honest. I think it was 4,000, so it might have a little bit more. So, if all else fails, that's the one that's going to land on Duna. So, yeah, okay. I'm going to set up the actual transfer windows. I'm not going to do that on camera because that's kind of boring. But I'll be back once I'm actually burning these guys to Duna, because I think that's the next thing to happen. I'm also going to hop back to the VAB, and just to make sure that none of the other ships that were submitted are destined for Duna, because I know I've gotten a couple ships in the past, but they were for the ELU thing I asked for. This is the first episode I've recorded after asking for the ELU ships, so that's how far in the future I record things. So anyway, I will be back when either these guys are going to Duna or I'm launching a 3rd ship. Okay, I got our 2 guys set up. This is the first one. This is Marindel's. I'm sorry, this is Kyle's Night Owl that I'm flying. I figured I would ride these guys out of the sphere of influence change. And I got a nice corrective burn planned when we get to the ascending node or descending node. Actually, it's a descending node because we're going to be burning north a bit. It's a little bit crazy. I didn't get the best escape from Kerbin, but not a big deal. We're going to come in a little bit north. We'll fiddle with this to get a nice burn here. But here we go. Leaving the sphere of influence. Nice. And that's it. So, and then let's check out Marindel's as well. If we focus view on Duna, he's already got an encounter, and then we're just going to burn north to get him a nice tight thingy, whatever you call it here. So let's go ahead and ride him out. And of course our nice little thing vanished, but our maneuver node still says we're going to get this encounter, so I'm going to hold it to what it says. But the next thing we got here is the low tech to Jool is 22 days away, so I think we're going to jump to this guy. We're going to do his maneuver, and then we are going to yeah, we're not going to do these. And then we're going to bid you adieu. And then next episode, we'll do the ELU launch. Let's see. So where are we here? We are 22 days away. As the sun slowly dims as we get farther away. Now this is a very small burn, and we've got a very large engine. So it's not gonna take too much to get this burn going. And out here, it doesn't matter that much. So I'm going to go down to about 30 seconds here. And then we're going to see what this engine can do. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So let's do the burn, and then we'll look over at Jool when we get close. Okay, we're getting pretty close. So let's go out here and see what it looks like at Jool. Okay, obviously we need to do more burning. Ideally in exactly the right direction. And just a couple meters per second means a lot way out here. Okay, we are getting close. I'm actually going to thrust limit this guy. And right about there, we should be nearing our... Yeah, it's not doing it. Of course not. This is where the fun happens. Because we should basically be exactly on. Maybe not doing it right at 0 was enough, but that's just crazy to think that that's possible. Oh, we're getting better. Aha! I just had to be a little more precise. People who say I shouldn't follow my maneuver nodes perfectly. Okay. Now, that gets us our lathe encounter. Oh, this is the ship. This is the ship that doesn't actually have a good encounter, so I need to figure it out from here. So this will be fun. I actually think I'm going to try it like way out here. Let's get a maneuver node. Come on. Show me that beautiful bean footage. Okay, we'll just do one closer, I guess. And then drag it out. I hate you, game. Okay, but I love you, precise node. Make this an 80, make it a 60, make it a 40, make it a 20, make it a 10. I think that's good enough. Now, out here, if we tweak a little bit, and I don't even know what to tweak, but if we go, let's just do a radial. Oh, wait, not 100. A radial of 1. Aha, boom, done. End of story. That's all we need to do is this tiny little radial burn, and then we get captured. So, boom, he's done. See, that's how easy this is. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching me fiddle around with orbital mechanics. I definitely enjoyed fiddling around with orbital mechanics and launching those 2 ships to Duna. I hope you're looking forward to the ELU launches that we're going to be doing and seeing what those ships look like. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.